kyala buli woyingira mu stop weight usanga kuyagala. Okay, be it emotional wellness sexual wellness, financial wellness, buli kimu nga tukirina. What Turkish Sport Corner is all about is to import products from Turkey which are high quality to you as a woman obeera omukyalo w'omulembe. Ensawo leero gye nakutte eno sijja kwongera bajjukiza mugiraba bagiyita Tommy Hilfiger. Ekigambo simanyi oba bakiraba bannange. Eno ensawo egendamu laptop, egendamu iPad, tablet, egendamu amasimu gange 3, egendamu shower, egendamu buli kimu nkiteekamu n'ebitabo byengenda osoma n'ebitabo byengenda basomesaako buli kimu. Ensawo nnene bulungi nnyo, obeera nakawere ogikwata, obeera mukyala ali busy ogikwata. It packs everything and you stay when you are looking classic. So si kisawo ekiringa ekikapu. Okay, so tukwata kikapu. Omukyala wa Ladies Guide akwata Tommy Hilfiger. Ensawo nnene ekwata buli kimu nga tosigala oli kwa class. Ensawo enyirira era ne photo mugiraba ya white. Perfection kyengeza ko basomesa. So nsubira nti omuyizi wange yenna anaagenda okuva ku Ladies Guide ng'afunye kibaita quality ku mwoyo, ng'avudde mu quantity n'ayingira mu quality, nga tokyalaba bintu in terms of price, obiraba in terms of value. Tobiraba in terms of price, obiraba in terms of your time gy'ogenda omala nakyo. So kino nkikwatira emyaka nga 10, ensawo yemu esigala value yemu, buli wenkikwata mpulira nga quality yeyo ate ng'emyaka gitambula, ate nga tesudde beeyi yaayo, ate nga tesudde promise yaayo. So what we promise you at Turkish Sport Corner is that we give you quality, we give you uniqueness as a woman. Era buli akozesa ebintu byange abeera unique, obeera bw'omu bwoti. Okay, so you stand out from the crowd. No fool can you, and of course you are welcome to the club. So byebe tukola as Turkish Sport Corner. Mariam Naguja, I'm the author of the Ladies Guide books. Kana akasooka fulfilling relationships and true happiness. Akabala kensobi ze tukola tuzivaamu tutya, tuzingiramu tutya, mindset okuyingira mu bwongo bwa the opposite sex, otegeere how to understand them, oleme kubeera omukyala afuulala bw'omulimu with those kinds of mistakes we make as we grow. So Ladies Guide to fulfilling relationship and true happiness. Katunulira why being too nice can never grant a committed relationship, how to read a man like a book, when to tell that it's time to end a relationship, to continue or to end, when and how to increase your self-confidence in love, okay, that is the story of every woman in every generation. Okay, they give more and and they get lost in giving. Okay, so Ladies Guide to emotional happiness. This is the emotional wellness. Nabalaga narcissists okusoma omuntu character y'omusajja nga talabira ekigambo ekimu, how they behave and how they treat you in romantic relationships. Single Mom's Guide, the dating navigator, how to control yourself emotionally when you're in love. Notafa nnyo noweewaayo wenna ne bakubirayo n'ofiirwa buli kimu anti love. Okay, ate ne weevuma love. So how to move on after a breakup, how to spot the red flags in the narcissistic personality. Omuntu omusoma n'ogamba this one is narcissistic. Where are the red flags? Why texting is killing the evolution of love relationships, where your relationships are run on only texts, messages, no call. Nabagamba ekyokola olinga taba ku text messages, tayagala calling, wabula ngagamba I love you. So I gave you the emotional healing tools that can help you to grow as a woman in love. Remember, a woman's emotional wealth is her financial wealth. Enewulirayo mu mutima wano asitaba gikyankalanya n'emirimu giyiza okufa. So productivity can easily go down if a woman is not emotionally wealthy or healthy. Kinabayamba mu katabo ke bayita emotional happiness. Nemaliriza n'akatabo ke bayita the Ladies Guide Journal. Journal eno tukyagimproving ajagala tuteeke ku international standard because it is one of the gifts to the world. If a woman owns a journal, if a woman has a journal, if a woman starts writing journals, afuna obulamu, agwamu obusungu, ayiga okusalawo okutuufu, ate ayiga okwebuulirira nga tabuuziza abantu balala. Because most of the time we spend a lot of time telling people about our relationships, our marriages, when they're not even interested to listen. Because remember, everybody has a story about their relationship. As you're telling me, I want to tell you mine. As you're telling me, I want also to speak about mine. That is the rhythm of love and relationships. So emotional, the ladies guide journal yayamba okubayigiriza owandiika otya ebirowoozo byo owone onyumirwe love. Remember, nobody is perfect in a relationship. We just learn to put up with things we can agree about. Okay? Acceptability. Nogamba kino nja kitwala, kino sijja kitwala. So the ladies guide journal yakuyamba to stay in your marriage, to stay in your relationship, oleme kwetabulatabula olw'ebintu ebijja bituuka as the relationship grows. And once again, you're welcome. Mariam Naguja, I'm the ladies guide. I'm a counseling psychologist, I'm a life coach and an author, and I'm very passionate about human matters pertaining love affairs. Anything concerned with emotions, that is my calling on planet Earth. And that's what I do as my passion. So let's get started with our theme today. Are you dating a damaged good? Wagula ekintu mu katale nga kiriko ekituli. N'ogula olugoye mu katale nga lwayuluka. N'ogula merchandise. N'ogula paasi nga tekola. You buy a television set which never worked. You buy a mobile phone which never served its purpose. So we talked about dating as a way of going to the market, picking a merchandise, taking it back home, and then it doesn't fit you, it doesn't do what it promised, and then you have to take it back where you got it from and get a refund. Okay? So every time you date people who do not promise, who do not deliver their promise, is the same as someone goes to the merchandise to get a good, and actually it never works. Okay? So wofuna ekintu nga tekikola n'okijja mu katale ke bayita dating market, n'okitwala ewaka, n'okitwala mu bulamu bwo, ne kijja nga kiraga hope of excitement, but then when you open up the package, it is not what it promised you. Wenkanako n'omuntu aguze TV n'etuuka ewaka nga n'okiteeka mu masannyalaze n'egaana okuwaka. So which means you didn't get what people promised you. Okay? So you don't owe anybody the length of time of being with them when it comes to matters of relationship, because you have a destiny of your own. You have a life of your own. And it is your personal responsibility to take decisions on who to choose, who to stay with, who you will drop, who you will continue with, who you will build a life with, who you will play with. That is your personal decision. So you don't owe anyone a length of time, whether it is 13 years, whether it is 10 years, whether it is 3 years, whether it is 3 months or 3 hours. It is your choice to stay or to leave. That one, nobody has a choice. It is your personal responsibility. So previously, we looked at those 8 things which everybody in the dating market, anyone who says they're going out to look for the one in the dating market, at the dating scene, in the dating supermarket, in the dating store, anyone who's going out for that bargain, to bargain for a girlfriend, to bargain for a boyfriend, to get that good back to your home for keeps. We say that everybody who is in the market must know that the market is flooded with a lot of products. A lot of products which some are fake, some are real, some are not real, some are, they have damages, some are, but it is your responsibility to choose the right thing, because that's what's going to determine the future of your life. So nabala gave into munana omuntu byalina okutunuulira before they say, they go into a committed kind of relationship. Because a happy marriage, a good relationship is determined by how you get it, who you chose, what you agreed about, and what you saw. By the end of your life, or by the end of that all dating, marriage thing, you remember where you began from. That's why when you come to us counselors, we tell you one thing: how did you meet? Is the first question. How you meet this person and the play of the first few months of your interaction can determine the future of the success of that relationship. Don't underlook how you met, what you saw in the beginning, what the intuition actually told you. Everything like the red flags are shown in the beginning or the morning of the relationship. So it is your personal choice to continue or to stay in it. Like I said, life is a personal choice. Nobody is responsible for your failure or your happiness. It is your choice. You choose. Nobody, not even your mother. Okay? Your mother wants results. They took you to school, they educated you, they gave you the environment to thrive from, to rise into the woman or the man you have to be. So don't take our responsibility of choice of a partner. That is your personal responsibility. So if you missed that show last week about the 8 things everybody in the dating market must know about dating, how you get into binyo, And if you missed any of the things, please visit the channel, type Mariam Naguja, the 8 things about dating. The video will pop up, or it's the last video we had last week, and then you can look through, because today is the continuation of our last week's session about the 8 things everybody must know before you get into the dating scene. Okay? When you go into the dating scene, you must know those things which you talk about, which I'm not going to tell you today, because in the interest of time, we have to be very strict with time. It's only 1 hour, and I must deliver within 1 hour for our next session. So please visit the channel, type Mariam Naguja, look for the video, please watch it. Watch it to the depth that it will make meaning to what we are going to talk about today. So we talked about it, and we ended the session and telling you that most of the time, the market is flooded with what they call damaged goods. Just like any other market. Just like how you go to a supermarket, pick something, think that the expiry date is real, and then you reach home and it has actually expired. Not wale chintu tuke wakanga chili expired. Not wale chintu tuke wakanga chikola. Ningo chikuza stock. So even in the dating realm, when we enter into that supermarket of love, of dating, you can pick out somebody who appears exciting, handsome, beautiful, spot on, and you click. But then as you go on dating, you realize that they're not what you thought they were, or they don't appear to be what they said, or the promises they made are not actually what you thought. So today we are going to be looking at anybody who is having a damaged good. Anyone before you get a damaged good, things you need to look out for. The signs that you're actually having a damaged good at home, in a dating scene, you may be having something damaged. You see, life is so interesting that when it comes to the decisions, about showing how to take decisions in life. Nagamba, when it comes to making a decision, whether you make a good decision or a bad decision you've decided, the difference is the outcomes of what you decided about. If they are good or bad, at least you decided. So when you take a decision to go into a committed relationship with somebody, there is more to what meets the eye. Commitment brings a lot of things which get involved into your personal life, that if you get involved with someone who has issues in their finances, sooner or later you're going to drown with it. If you get involved with someone who has a messed life full of drugging, doing drugs, taking lots of alcohol to uselessness, you're going to be part of that mess. Choosing somebody who has a lot of multiple sexual partners, now will be a part of the network. That is how life is all about. So whenever you make a choice, ask yourself, is it the choicest? Am I choosing the choicest? Choice is the most important thing in life. So before you take a choice, always remember that every choice you make or every decision you make comes up with other things involved. Which means that when two people become one, indeed they become one. Which means your problems are my problems, and then we ride in the issue of problem, and you may never reach your destination, or you may never reach your destiny. Many lives have been destroyed by poor choice of a mate. Many, uncountable. Best doctors, best lawyers, best engineers, best everything. Somebody very articulate, very sharp, and then they fall in love with a very wrong person, damaged, and they damage themselves. So don't make love a job. Don't make someone owe you the time you've been with them. It's as if, always remember your destination. When we come to the end of life, when you come into this world, in between interrelate, interdepend, but when it is the end of your life, you end one. So we want to create that kind of life for you. At the end of your life, at that particular end, you say, yes, I have really lived. Yes. So many people get into damaged relationships in the hope of getting love, and then it becomes like a job. Someone brings into a relationship as a relationship, which is love, and then you don't even enjoy the fruits of love. Instead, you're working more. You are fixing somebody, and in that fixing, it's no longer love. It is work. It is work. So there is a writer who said, in life, it is better to be feared than to be loved. Let people not love you. Let them fear you. They're better. Because when you're feared in leadership, people will do what you want. But when you're loved, they will use love for manipulation. So, better to be feared than being loved. Well, when you're free. So it is better to speak the truth and then get the result of the truth than usiga kazigo and then someone is drowning down their life to zero or to use distance. So many people are on jobs, they're not in love. Okay? Even where they're supposed to find rest is a job. Okay? That is not what we want to create. So at the Ladies Guide or on the Ladies Guide channel, where we only give you emotional wellness, emotional health, or bugaga, or when we don't believe in that. We believe that when someone is at work, they should work. When they come in love, they should relax. So if love becomes, instead of relax, it is work, then there's something not right. Perhaps you're carrying a damaged good back at home. Therefore, many of us have experienced this kind of things. Buying something, taking it home, and it doesn't work. Getting into a relationship, you think it's taking you somewhere, and then you end up now solving a problem. Nobody will ever tell you when you're dating them or when you're coming into their lives that they have issues. No. It's until when you sign up with them into a committed something and somebody now begins a story. You say, my mother died. I grew up alone. I don't have anyone to look after me. I don't have any siblings. You're my only fallback position. Without you, I will die. When you leave me, I'll lose myself. You hear such stories in the dating market. I have had stories. By the time I become Ladies Guide, that I say this without any remorse, is that I've had a lot of things. Okay? So you will come at the dating scene. Osanga abantu abagenda okufuula dating. Instead of picking a date, you are picking a problem. Remember a few weeks back, we talked about codependency, self-love deficiency, where instead of people picking lovers for the romantic journey, in that romantic dance, they pick work. And then they start fixing the merchandise. You buy a house which you think you're going to live in. Instead of buying a house, you're buying something which you have to remodel now. Painting, bichi, odamubuto. And yet, actually, there are other things which you would have taken, which don't need a lot of fixing. So, take love like that. You don't need to take anything good or too much. Chotukizaka masomo supermarket. Bwolaba nga kyetaaga omulimu ogw'okufikisinga, tekigenda kuba exciting to keep. Better to get something which is not so much, but it just needs a little panel beating, and you use it. How about that? Then picking people who have a lot of baggage, and then you solve the baggage now to get the result of love. And then, do you know what happens? The moment love becomes a job, you're fixing a problem. You're fixing somebody. The romantic picture on you changes. Instead of someone seeing you as a beautiful, lovely, Nambari Ramona, they're not seeing that one. They're seeing a helper. Somebody who has come to fix them. In fact, when you fix somebody, they don't even like you. They start getting that hunger as if, I've done social psychology. So I've read the man. Before even you talk, I know what you're thinking. Okay? So I understand how human beings reason. You've come on a romantic field to play love, and then you start fixing somebody, trying to show them what to do, as if you're their mother. They'll hate you. They'll hate you. That's why many women are crying. I helped him get a job. Then he left me and married another woman. You were trying to fix. And you're going to look at that. Should we fix a person or not? Should I fix or not? And does fixing even work in love? This is reality show. Does fixing work? How many people have celebrated the fixing part? Few. Why? Because as human nature says it, the moment someone becomes a fixer, they try to fix something. Instead of someone saying, I thank you, they will just hate you. They will feel that self-esteem issue. So, please listen to me. When I tell you about damaged goods, listen. When you go to a dating market and you find a damaged good, please listen. There is a problem. If you disagree with me, just try to pick somebody and try to fix them. And let's hear from your story. So, when somebody doesn't know where they're going, they don't know which country they are going to. And then you pick them on love. Let's play love. But they don't know where they're going. And then you invest in a lot of your time, your emotions, to show them the journey or the way to go. Which would have been good if that someone is your friend. Because life is about hope, growth, us raising others, it is okay. But when it comes to the dating field, somebody you're just dating, there's a difference. Okay? And if you have any story, please tell us here. If you have a story of fixing and which never worked, you can share with us here and others can read your story. You can share in the inbox, please tell us. You can share in the comment section and tell us your story. Did you succeed with fixing somebody in love who is already damaged? And did you take them on as your own? And did it even work longer? So when you want to relate this session today, please look at the self-love deficit or self-love deficiency. Short word you call it 2 weeks ago or 1 week ago. I think 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. We're talking about people who pick up damaged people or those with the problems in okubalagala love yengalooza nti mukwikinga abantu abalina ebizibu kiraga nti alina omukwano mungi nnyo nawa buli ekiddako kati gwesooka weebuuze if you're in that level of fixing people who don't know even where they're going. Okay? Naye nga oli alizejja ekigambo love eno erimu emizanyo mingi nnyo banange tegeera mwemuli obugagga mwemuli n'obwavu. It gives you both. It can give you growth or failure. In one thing is how you use it. Okay? So me as the guide who has experienced things and I've read about them and I've lived them and I've seen them, I bring you this kind of session to elevate you on when it comes to decision making. Tibobeera ne guy nga muli ku date. Nataka story. You see, my ex-wife was a horrible woman. She really mistreated me. Can you imagine? She took away my children, and then she can't even love. The story I told you, man. Yeah, I get a party on a date. Then you said, "Oh, really sorry. How could a woman really do that?" The dating scene has a lot of stories which are interesting. That a person can listen to another person. Unungayagala pity party. As toingira pity party, they get into your heart faster, and then you come as a savior. When you come as a savior, it becomes a job. And then you don't even enjoy the love. And at last, even you feel duped. You feel duped. Yeah? That is what happens when you choose damaged people in relationships. So what should we do with these damaged people? Life is about responsibility. Everybody is for themselves. And everybody has a personal responsibility to take care of themselves. To close their gates from problems. To close their doors to any issue that comes in. So sigugwo wajide mu dating scene okutaasataasa by'otamanyi byabo. That is how it has to be. So we have a very big problem, especially in our culture, which I don't disagree, where we are so naive that many people go into relationships never solving ebizibu ebitalina byabo. Ate ogenda okulaba genesis y'ekizibu nga kyava mabega nga si gwalina kimala ng'olina kireka bulesa omuntu yeesootinge ng'ogiremu. Just come in with their flowers, just like these roses. So let's not make love bad. Love is a very good thing, and this is where the social psychology we are giving you today. Nti olina okubamu n'amagezi amazaale agayawula nti kino kyennonda kigenda kunfuula mulimu. Am I really going to enjoy this marriage? Am I going to enjoy this love? Oba ngenda mmala budde bungi nga nsortinga. I'm putting up the fires of long ago. I'm solving. I inherited past problems that I'm solving now, and it's becoming like a lifestyle. Lifestyle. tuli mubize kutusonyiwa. So oyagala love yesanyu etalimu kavuyo kituukirako lwaleero damaged goods. So let's look at the telltale signs. Sinaba class monitor, the telltale sign that somebody is damaged. Nabawaako some of them the previous week, but today we are going to look at those small things you should look at the dating scene. Nga muli mu kisaawe n'ogaa katono ali damaged sikenda musobola n'osirikira bwoti n'olya mmere yo n'ogamba we meet again. And then you have to really close it off with no remorse. Toba muna kisa, by the way. Toba muna kisa. I'm a very kind woman. Someone can think that, this woman is very tough. I'm very tough because I saw what love did to me. And where I ended with it. And how I got out of it. You can be in a mess you can never get out of. And quite longer. Just because you overlooked or underlooked certain things at the dating scene. Okay? So, we are very kind, we are very nurturing, we are very good people. But the world we are living in right now is shrewd. You had better be careful. Okay? So today we are not going to talk about positivity. Today we are trying to help you make those decisions that are going to stop issues of cry. Then you leave that damaged good and you pick another damaged product. Then you leave that and then you take another bag and you be damaged good. You know? And then also know that it's okay. It is very okay when you find yourself that you can't have what you want. It's better to even be alone than being with a damaged relationship. Because when you're in, it's even worse than a lonely person. Okay? So we are giving you that kind of psychology that come to terms with yourself that it is very okay than picking anything to take and then it becomes work. You know? And then you lose. And then another story comes in. Okay? So we are at that level of life. So let's look at how to tell whether a guy is damaged or not. So guys, okay? I see many of these are women being ladies' guide, of course, program. How do you tell that a guy is really damaged? How do you tell? How do you tell that this person is damaged? Oleme genda nyola, oleme kuteeka mu laavu, oleme kuteeka mu kintu kitayina definition. Okay? So when it comes to damaged relationships, people who are damaged live damaged relationships or create damaged experiences in other people. Okay? So bw'oba n'omuntu ng'ali damaged, oba nga obulamu bwe abadde damaged quite long, ajja kujja mu bulamu bwo naawe akukoleko damage. Tojja kulaba extent yakyo until when you're in it. So let's look at those telltale signs. The small things that you can look at that can tell you that this person is a bit damaged. You know what they call this? It's what they call passive aggression. And that those are many people. Someone is you know, some people can give you off. Someone can give you off that kind of gesture where you even second guess what your decisions are. You second guess, and then you're like, am I right or wrong? Okay? So let's look at those telltale signs. The things that you should look at, and then we shall conclude about damage. Yes. Sorry about that. The things you should look at and tell that, you know, is this a relationship or am I getting a job to keep me busy? So, one, that one we talked about last week. I'll repeat it again. Does this person keep constantly talking about his ex or her ex? But he really, I think, but Mona was a very good cook. You see, when I was with Mona, they're always giving examples on their exes. Do they constantly keep mentioning Peter? You know, when I was with Sam, you see, whenever you get ex all over, it means they're stuck with the ghost of the past. Okay? So, is he stuck in that ghost of a past relationship? We call it being stuck with the ghost of the past. The past is gone, and then you're in the present, and it's talking about the past. Be careful. So, which means that they are stuck in the present, in the past. They're not within the present. Example. Neero moyo. You see, mune naberanga neero zaamu. Naseka ko nakuseka ko kwati akaseko. Mune aganyo kuona. If you feel you are stuck in your past, you fail to move on, please go to the channel, type Mariam Nabuja, how to move on. Number. How do you move on? How do you forget the past and then move into the present? Many people marry others when they're stuck in the old marriages. Many people marry another person and they're stuck with the ghost of the person who even died. And they're still being with the other one was the wife. You see, when we add our lives together, when people live together for quite long, when people fall in love and they now, become one, getting out of that thing and then coming back to your identity as one person, it is quite difficult. Okay? So many are stuck in the past. So when you're with a guy and he's talking about the past person all over and all over again, that's the damaged good. Okay? Let them heal fast. Okay? In fact, disappear. Let them go and fast heal from the past relation, and they believe actually that their person went. As kids to be again. Okay? Not to bring a dead person into the present. I'm living with you. We are starting a life, and then you bring an example of someone who left your life, and then we are living with the ghost with us together, me and you. Wake up. So you're talking about your ex all over and over. That is a very wrong thing. You're with a man. You're talking about your past ex. I mean, you're not present. It means you're not even seeing them. So anybody talking about their ex in the present, bringing the past ghost into the present, they are a damaged good. What is a damaged good? Return it to the store and go to the next good. Okay? And actually get your refund back. Okay? Don't waste time with someone who is stuck in the past. Talk about exes who doesn't know they're in the present. Ex-wife, ex-girlfriend, ex-boyfriend, ex-husband. We are present with you, which means you're not seeing me. I mean, let's talk about us. Love is life. We are sharing the life. We are living together. How can an ex come into the present? Think twice. That is a damaged good. Enough said. Number 2. Bad habits. That's my damn panic now. Everybody has bad habits. Really bad habits someone cannot put up with the other person. So when you come into the dating scene and you meet this person who has very funny habits, there are habits which cannot be even contained. Kugwe. It can be accommodable to another person, but to me it may not be. Does he spend his money on strippers, prostitutes? They have not even paid their rent at home, but they are paying strippers and what? That is a very damaged good. They spend all the money in the bar, but at home your guy is off. Damaged good. They spend money on liquor, buying for friends, etc., whoever, but then they don't even have where to sleep. Damaged good. So try to look into those little habits that you can't put up. Someone drinks the whole day. In fact, 24 hours they are drunk. And you say you're in love. Drugs, doing a lot of drugs, and you say you're in love. You're inheriting a problem. You're bringing a problem into your home, your destiny, and you're going to solve that problem for life. So look at somebody's bad habits, the ones that you can't put up. Someone who drinks the whole day. Now you get on a chilo. Adabucha. Go fluma. Think twice. Which road are you going to? Remember, nobody owes you the time to be with them. You can be with them for 3 months. The time is yours to use. When we talk about this damaged good session, we are talking about your precious time being spent on something which is not worth it. Not a catch into mood debo, n'okimalirako obudde bungi n'okiteekako emotions nekigwa nti kikuyambe nakuyamba. Time is what we have as our precious asset. Anybody who steals your time has taken more than even money. Anybody who gives you their time, they have given you more than money. Because time is what never comes back. Today is gone, it will never come back. Another one comes. So if you're spending most of your time with someone who is not at terms with you, who has these funny bad habits, there are many of them. I've mentioned a few. Ngaina emizejo abantu jagisobola. Obanga gikontanya n'enzikirizayo, obanga gikontanya ne beliefs zo, obanga tegikwatagana na gyolaga. You are, let me say, you're a lawyer, and you're dating somebody who sleeps at 4 o'clock in the morning. Remember, lawyers have to be in the office by morning. You're using your brain. You have to rest well. Totally the same level of life. So the question is, we shall conclude with Bagamba. Will you put up with these habits or not? That is your choice. Okay? If you can't put up with habits and you see them draining you, somebody can come into your life now to yourself. Now to this house away back. No one can move for anagana. There is one guy who told me that I wasn't a drunkard, and I met this guy who was drinking. He could drink a lot, and I was leveling up to drink like him, and that's how I became a drunkard. I just laughed. Someone who's used to one bottle meets someone who takes a great, and then you have to and that's how she became the part of association. So be careful. When you are in dating, you are associating. And that law is called the law of expanding influence. Etteka ligamba nti buli muntu alina kuwulira na mulamu. N'omuwa ebiseera kumuwuliriza, naye n'akuwa ebiseera n'akuwuliriza. Ne mugatta omukwano mu friendship or mu romantic kind of dance. Asobola okufuula kyali. You can become them quickly than ever. So if you're with a drunkard who drinks 4 crates of beers, you can end up also taking 1 crate. You can't even believe it. That's the power of association. It's called the law of expanding influence. Catherine Roda, the law of expanding influence. Nti etteeka lino ligamba nti wolira n'omuntu omufaanagana. Kitegeeza nti tosobola kubeera na muntu ng'anywa crate number now in at least half of it with the time. So the guy was telling me that's how I became a drunkard. I got addicted to alcohol. I wasn't drunkard like this. I meet this person and they drink like this and we are in love. I love the guy, so the whole rhythm got on, and then that's how I became like this. Okay? So be careful on the bad habits somebody has. Can you put up with them? If someone has those extreme bad habits, they may be a damage to good. Number 3, they constantly put you down. Ow. They constantly put you down. People who have everything are very humble. People who are somebody live simple lives. People who are not there, they live extraordinarily difficult. I mean, exotic. Yeah? The ones who don't have it. The Baganda said people na biina. Abantu abayina ebintu bibafaanana. Abatabiina bebefuula ababiina. That's how the world works. So, when somebody comes into your life as a dater or trying to date you, but they are putting you down, yeah, by the way, Amona, you're not smart in that dress. I think you do better with you're incognito. Those are damaged people. People who put down other people is because they envy you. Actually, they envy you. They put you down because they can't have what you have. So by torturing you, if you've ever gotten a story of a man who gets a beautiful woman at Tamusana, or mukazi nafuna omusajja nga yasoma nnyo nga tamusaana, the way they treat them, that is how it happens. Someone has to put you down, treat you incognito, underlook you just to feel better. Yes. When somebody comes to treat you as an incognito, please underlooking you, putting you down, your antennas must be very sensitive. Especially in dating, they want to use you. Like I said, People who have everything respect others because they already have it. You already have it. You don't need to show it. You have it. You know? But those who don't have it are the ones who treat people like nothing. They treat mates like nothing. They treat their workers like garbage. You know? They treat even the person who brings them money like nothing because they don't have it. So when you find someone who treats another as incognito, and they treat you with nothing, but they even want to date you. Be very careful. That is a damaging person. And avoid, of course, avoidance is the best. So narcissists. Narcissists are already damaged. So by inflicting pain on you, they feel better. No that is the personality of damaged people. Okay? So does he treat you as incognito? Does he treat you like a nobody? Dropping comments which are funny? Funny comments? Please be careful. You may be carrying a damaged good back to your home, and you may need to return it back to the store, and they give you your refund. Number 4. Let's talk about finances. Let's talk about finances. Does this person have issues with finances? They borrow a lot. They never pay back. They borrow money from you, and they say they love you. If you missed our show with Professor Newton, we talked about money and love. Please type on the channel, Mariam Naguja, money and love. The video will come. We talked a lot in it about how love and money, where they mix and where they quarrel from. So when it comes to money in love, you have to be very careful. Okay? So if you find that you are picking up somebody who bounces checks, who is late on their rental bills, always, who runs to you to put out the fires on their financial mismatch, Namanagamba, I love you. Mugende mulabe video, love and money. Mariam Nakuja and Professor Newton Mutelawa. Twabakolera love and money. It was a full package. Twabanyonyola love we meeting the center. Ati we byawukanira nebigana because it is destroying many families and homes, mixing money and love. Money is a very sensitive issue. Money has emotions attached to it. Money, like love, it can destroy, it can make. It has power. So when someone comes into your life with a messed financial life, and then you add your life on commitment with them, you may end up in the dish of a debt. And then you last longer in the debt because of money issues. So be careful. If he has a huge debt burden, if he has a financially messed up life, please, he doesn't need you. He needs a financial advisor. He needs a credit counselor. So see love. Let not people use love badly. Love is a romantic experience where people just enjoy each other and they relax from the troubles of the world. We run to love. So if you're running to love and then it is a messed financial kind of, roller coaster, then you're misusing love. If you missed the show, Love and Money, please type Mariam Naguja, Love and Money. The video will come up and we told you everything about money. You need to know about money and love and how they affect each other. If at all somebody has financial issues, a huge debt baggage, and then they're coming to say I love you, to make you part of that mess, be careful. You may stay in longer and it may cost you your destiny. I won't say it. I want it to sink into your mind. They may be a damaged good. Maybe, but they may be a damaged good. Number 5. Exaggerating accomplishments. You see, when someone meets you, when you first meet somebody, especially in the angle of love, everybody appears their best. Everybody puts their best foot forward. Janga yekubeka perfume, neka makeup na akasige, tucking in, nobukatonga butobuli konfufu, with a very nice belt. So when you find that in the conversation with this person, after the first dates, 5 dates, ngola byayogera si byali nga yali alimba manya you damaged good. For instance, there are prominent lawyers in town. They earn a lot of money monthly. Story in second. Someone comes na exaggerating and nefuna ye nga ne jangamba tamanyi nti jangamba ne mukama we mumanyi. They exaggerate how much they earn, how much they make. You know, somebody who cannot be themselves. Nganonya real love. Love is real. You speak the truth. If you want to stay longer with a friend, you put your cards on the table and tell them this is it. Will you take it or not? Or you walk in a kwangala naye. Naye ekintu ekimu obulimba. Someone now to some bibozi. Abasajja girls, women have stories. Where they even get pregnant for someone think that this is a billionaire in town. Only when they can't even pay an hospital bill. They can't even buy anything. And then they have to get help elsewhere. So when someone over exaggerates their accomplishments, they even hide it. We even hide identity. If it means walking on foot, I walk on foot. For people not to see me as anything. To get that peace of mind that comes with it. That everyone is looking at you. They want your money, they want everything from you. They will do anything. And then thieves will start looking for you. Because they say there's somebody there. If you want to get rid of anything like fake friends, fake associations, pretend that you don't even have it. You don't even have money. People will run away and then you'll keep your money safe. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with it? But if somebody comes saying that they have a lot of money, they own this. I am the one of this. I have this. I know this person. Think twice. Those who have it all don't talk. Money never makes noise. It's the coins that make noise. But money, sheep. They're just papers. Coins. Okay? So when you want to know that someone is a damaged good, is someone at the dating scene, you see, I am no people who have it, they don't say. Because they even fear taking it away from them. They hide it. Then you discover it on your own. Because they also want cheap products. I've learned the hard way. When I go somewhere to buy something and people don't know me, they give me at a good price. When someone discovers me, hey, Mariam, now I've learned it. The moment they know that this is Mariam, they choose a bay. So what do? I have to hide my identity and I'll be like other people. That you don't get even say that I can flip with bay once. Nogenda mukatale mtufunga omuntu aguza chincha bait wamala okugamba nti ono omukyala sikugu nabyo ku sipaaka enanasi akugamba yagumu kitundu ng'agikyuse ebbeeyi watermelon gumu kanaana ebbeeyi ng'ekyukirawo awo nga nange ngamba katono wakatale sijja musobola nga nkyusa mulala nange saagala kummanya kubanga bagenda kunseera bakuseera abadde aguza ekiteeteeyi eky'emitwalo ayongeza ebbeeyi abadde akusiga enjala ng'agamba ono omukyala waku enjala za mitwalo 15 zikyuse kati. So we have also a problem. So if you're at the dating scene and somebody comes with a lot of accomplishment, they're lying. They're not that big. Give them time, you discover. A person who has it does not talk about it. Because they also want free. Who do they want to be loved for free? Everyone will want a man. We say, every man wants a woman to love them as they are. Why do you have to say that you have money, you have what, you have buildings? They will start asking you for money. So I rather come as a poor man, I pretend, and I get what I want. Cheaply. The point being, cheaply. But one example, yange. You go buying someone, the moment they see you on now, they're paying a chupa. Madam, kunjen ha, ensuju bazongeza, watermelon is alinye bei, kati za gumu chitundu. Nengo wadi ojibula kumu, yes. So that is how life is. So he, she exaggerates their accomplishments. That's a damaged good. He's not a lawyer, you thought. She's not as rich as you thought. She's not as famous as you thought. Famous people never talk about themselves. They don't want it. They already have it. So damaged. Good. So the question is, can you fix a damaged person? As we wrap it up. Can you fix somebody who is already damaged? Can you take them and then teach them the things they should do to make the relationship work, to change them to suit your needs? Just like you buy a dress and then you can mend it up. You buy something which is not working and then you call an engineer to work on it. Can you fix it? Can you fix a damaged person? So it's quite simple to fix those other merchandise. But when it comes to a human being, anybody, to fix them, it can take work. Work, like I said, instead of becoming a romantic kind of dance or experience, it becomes a job to look after somebody and to make them what you want. And even when they change, they may not even be yours. Remember, you're just dating. We don't talk about marriage here. When you're married, it's okay. You can try. And you kill those years because you signed an agreement. But here we talk about knowing each other. We don't guarantee you anything. Okay? So, damaged people have a lot of problems. And they need to work on them themselves. That's why I talk about, if you are still single, first work on you. That when someone comes now, you're easier to lift. Obuzibu obutonotono. Kusanga ebizibu bingi bannange nga ogenda draining ddala. So you need somebody who can lift you, but they should not find you very heavy. So much as somebody is handsome, beautiful, exciting, charming, please check, are they the damaged good before getting quality? But what they got just 5, but there are many things, but just a few things you should look at. The most important. But I was told someone who has something, they don't talk about it. Actually, it's even obvious they have it already. So obvious. So be careful not to commit your time to anything which is going to cause you work in love, in dating. When you commit yourself to someone and then you're in it as a dating, them continuing, you become part of that mess. So instead of committing your time to a damaged kind of good, avoidance is the best. Olabanga mutambudde emirundi 3-5 mukaaga nobanga omuntu obulengedde ng'omanya kigenda okukolera. Wano kyengezaako balaga is to sort your trips to the counselor. Ogenda kenda n'emirundi okubeera counselor. Nina ebizibu ebintu olwo bino bibagambye mubitegedde kago kingire mu kitegedde. I've already told you, if they say the market has damaged goods and I've given you the signs you can look at that this person you're taking is going to end up in that thing, it's up to you to take a decision. So who are these damaged guys? 1, unavailable for emotions. I love you, but you never see them. They're not available. They are not where to be seen. But even when you met them, they promised you to be available. You thought you never have them emotionally. When it comes to relationships or romantic relationships, somebody availability in time is very important. It's where we build our emotions. But if you say you love somebody who you never met or barely meet, in a year you see them 3 times, in a month nothing, and they say I love you, they're not even available. So those who are unavailable emotionally, that's a damaged good. Those who want all the fruits of the relationship without losing anything, ayagala buli kibale kiba ku kweyagala akifune. S3X, affection, obudde naye nga talina kyafiirwa ku side ye. They don't want to lose anything, but they want the fruits. That's a damaged good. Commitment Casanovas, who will date you for many years, but will never, ever think of marrying you. 8 years mubanyiganye, and they're not even willing to marry you. Those are what we call commitment Casanovas. Emyaka gy'agyonona naye manager abalala buli ajja amwegattako amwoyo. That is a damaged good. Cheaters and players who think that it's natural to date multiple women at the same time, and even they don't even care whether you know or you don't know. That is a commitment. That is a damaged good. Okay? Gigolos who leech on your money, they love you and even you pay them to love you in the name of who is a gigolo? Please go and research. Nabagamba da There's a show called Liars, the 10 Signs That You're Dating a Liar. We talk about gigolos and jacks. How do you know that someone is a gigolo? Coming with stories of wanting your money in the name of love. As if you are doing an exchange, but unclear. So that is all damaged. So if you say you're going to fix a damaged good, the only person who can change a man is the mother and when at the time of birth. You as a woman, you don't have that power. They can change for some time to get what, but later on they fall back to who they were before. So lastly, remember, it's your time you're wasting. Time is all you have in your life. So anybody you give your time, number gigolos, you have to pay them to love you. Yes. No mukamuna mukwano jakula kwanga wina meka. Nengo lagamba musajja. Nga n'okutata tetwogera wina okusenta awo. Baagala balina. Bulungi nnyo and they're good lovers. Aba bakozesa ki bannanga? Banjuwaba gigolos namba lino. Please tell us, what do they use something that women have to actually touch? Now more sent just to love them. They have that electricity of love. Omulaba n'obuli amasanyalaze n'okwata sente. Why? I don't know. So those gigolos, and there are many now. Women have the money. The gigolos are working to get your money. So I'll say it, and we shall say it, and we shall say it again. It is your time. Time is all you have. If you have time to waste with the gigolo, please waste it. It will catch up with you. But if you think your time is very precious, please reserve it with the people who deserve your time. Okay? Number remember these days women are sugar mummies. Yes, muchikole, but it does not work. No, money can never buy love. Yes, it can never. It just buys it for some time and then someone vanishes. It's a natural thing. It's a spiritual thing. Okay? So don't get sucked in with guys with sad stories. Olaba omuntu nga protected ndana kabi story ebyekinaku. Nalina mukwano gwange munnange. Olaba nalina sente zange. Munnange oneefuna omukyala n'azitwalako. Mungongo ogamba, it is your personal responsibility. Joshi mugamba, negamba, that was your choice. I'm not part of that mess. Okay? We need to look out for houses which don't need fixing. Okay? We need to look out for property that need remodeling. You need to just buy something when it has few things or painting just to because it's it. So if someone is putting in that kind of remodeling them, making it a job, be careful. Be careful. These are the stories. That's why it's in this and Uganda. Okay? So it is like recurrent, and it's too much nowadays. I don't know why. So don't get sucked. All of us have problems, even you have problems, and everybody has a sad story of the past. But if someone is using their traumatic experiences, you also have issues. Can I tell you my story? I once had a stepmom, and I lived with this woman who never. You also have a story. So don't someone give you that time to listen to their sad stories of where you don't know even why they took their decisions. Become that woman with leadership. Because emotions are the foundation of a happy woman's life. Emotions are the foundation of a productive life of a woman. So if someone brings a story, and then you listen, and then they draw you in, and then you start fixing, be ready for the job. And of course, for us, we are waiting at the counselor's table to help you. Please don't. Every time you spend your precious time with a damaged relationship or a damaged woman or a damaged guy, you are delaying your destiny. No. I say everybody is supposed to be rich. Everybody has to be successful. Anybody can become an author. Anyone, if they only took the right decisions in love. Because love, is the pivot of life. It is the foundation of most of the choices you make in life. Okay? So, every time you spend time thinking that you're going to change somebody, and then it's becoming like work, you're delaying your destiny. And the destiny, so you can't find love in damaged people. You will always use a lot of time to fix them. and fixing becomes work, and you can never ever enjoy love. I'm telling you the truth. You will end where does love really exist? We have seen it. Me, have lived a loveful life. Even God knows. I have enjoyed it to the bliss because I knew the things as I learned earlier. And I took a course, of course. Now I know what to play around with. Okay? So when you come to fixing people, think that you can find love there in fixing. It is a job. It is not love. So after your fifth date, you feel that person is not right, please don't waste your time. End the date, choose another person. Just like you return a good and you buy another dress which fits you. And leave the people who need it. They will come and pick it. But you're not the one. Remember, you don't owe anyone time. You can leave, you can stay. That is your choice. In summary, no one is perfect. We know it. All of us have flaws. All of us have issues. What you can contain, I can't contain. What I can't contain, you can't contain. So choose what you can handle. Okay? Choose. Nina sente nja fixing omusajja agenda fixing. Sizirina sijja mu fixing. I don't have it. Obudde nina bungi nja fixing agenda fixing. Obudde it is your choice. I'm not giving anyone a decision making spirit, dump or getting no. I'm telling you one thing, that everybody is not perfect. Just choose what you can handle. If something is not right and you feel you can't contain it, then you're not comfortable with it. Let others who are comfortable with it change it. Okay? Someone can be comfortable with a drunkard, the other one can't handle it. Someone says, I can't eat this, and another says, I can eat it. So life is about the choices we make. Always remember to accept any decision you take in life. So it is your decision. Okay? So nze wano kyembawadde mbawadde foundation y'okusalawo ng'ochoosing ekintu ekiri damaged ne betagenda kukkiriza mulamu ogwo. Okay? So look at searching for a relationship like buying a new house or looking for a house to rent. N'ogamba n'osanga ekyogenda kifixinga nnyo naye nga kigenda kumala n'endya buddewo n'essente zo. N'osanga kiri nga si kirungi nnyo naye nga kigenda kirina ebizibu bitono. Okay? Take that one with a few problems. Don't take something which has a lot of issues for you to fix. Because life is love. And we all involve ourselves in this thing. And it's where the foundation of our emotional happiness is. So save your money and time. Choose wisely. Okay? And choose a house which needs a little remodeling. Yeah? No choosing okay? No matter how shiny it is, you don't come with papers. I have this, I don't look at that. I look at how, are you a damaged good? Are you a resource? Are you an asset or actually a liability? Look at the value of things in life, not in matters of what you're seeing like this, but on matters on how you feel about it. Okay? If it is disturbing you and it is causing those little things I've told you about, then perhaps it's a damaged good. Okay? And what do you do with damaged goods? Pack them back, get a refund, return them to the store for other people to buy it. Go and buy something better by finding a better relationship. Once again, Mariam Naguja, I'm the Ladies Guide, a counseling psychologist and life coach, passionate about human matters pertaining love affair. Tubeera wano buli Lwakutaano at 5 p.m. East African time. Oba wakati ogatako subscribe on the button below. If you're watching this show on YouTube, please click subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you find this useful to you. If you're watching on Facebook, like, follow us. Every Friday tubeera wano nga mbasomesa nako meeting obudde obwo. Newe ndisanko omuntu omu wano nze nkola bukozi show. Our producer n'agikima wano n'akitera ku YouTube enkeera wa Saturday. Abalaba ntatagirabira. Nebaza nnyo nti people have started following. I'm really getting results. People are writing to me. In fact, I nekoza kansala nyamba zifuuse ntono. I'm so impressed that people can now go to the channel, type Mariam Naguja, and they get their answer without disturbing me with a phone call. It's not about making money, because counseling is a draining job. When you come to me as a counselor, okay? Nkowo obwongo. Kati kiri better kamba we wano omuntu alondemu ekimugasa as a CSR, yambe munne, I'm sharing a video eno, oba olina munne alina ekintu ekiti ekyayitamu yeyamba okitegeera than nange okuteeka mu face to face, one on one. It's a very expensive thing for me. That's why one-on-one meetings, I rarely give it out. Okay? So thank you so much for watching. Come back next week. Hope we don't have damaged goods here and we shall not hear that story again. You are ready to become counselors now to help others realize that they are in damages. Okay? This is a damaged good. What is a damaged good? Is the person you choose from the dating market, someone you choose from the dating scene with the more emotional baggage that you can carry. Ayina ebizibu bingi nnyo omutwala mu nnyumba y'okumuwasa. Otwala bizibu. Okay? Otwala bizibu. Recently my dogs got sick. We have 3 Maltese and they got sick. Real sickness that they even put them on drips. In 1 week like this, we had paid the doctor like 600,000 drips, spending on them. Then at last, I realized the love that the dogs were bringing here wasn't worth what I was losing. Okay? The dogs were so expensive that right now when I look at the dog like this, I'm like, wow. I don't know what I was getting into when I was choosing these dogs. I didn't know. That's when the doctor told me, when you choose Maltese, they are good here when they are still young and you're laughing. But when they get sick, you understand the pain. Because they were treating them, they don't, we like as if a human being. You have to cover them. They need to, they don't need coldness alone. Then I was like, huh, is this what really worth it? To have dogs, which you spend on money like this when they get sick? So that's how most of our relationships are. We choose things we don't know that they're damaged. And then when you check them back home, it becomes a real issue in matters of our self-worth and our emotional health. So thank you so much. Let's meet again next week with a brand new topic. Print mugo. I look at what is happening in society and I give it to you there and then you take your choices. So let's meet again next week. I love you so much. Bye bye. Share with a friend to share with a friend to share with a friend. Okay? This is Chintu Chamwe. Ladies guide najibalekera. Channel yammwe, Facebook yammwe. Nze sirina kyenteekako byange. Ebyange njabbi creating another mukutu. Another mukutu. But this is now for the ladies guide ambassadors. Thank you so much and see you again next week. Bye bye.